This is Paul. Yes, these zealous witnesses that I'm wanting to get today that eagerly testify in a case, a witness who is friendly to the party who called him to testify. But then there's that zoning, the division of certain areas in a community in various categories for permission to build or not to build certain types of structures. For example, a certain area may be zoned for residential structures only, while another area promotes business structures only. Oh, I went through the oaths of office that are appointed to the zoning commissions that they're actually employees of cities or counties, maybe tribal governments. Yes, where you have to get a permit to build, and it seems that the sheriffs really don't think that civil rights are something that have to be enforced. You can have court hearings without the actual respondent having any notice of the court hearing. And then you can have court hearings without the petitioner having to have to appear. It's kind of like issuing yourselves permits to build without the actual building department being involved in the permitting process. You know, how are you today? I'm thinking that some sheriffs that refuse to enforce the laws have been helping themselves to some permits. You've been permitted to build something without the building department. Does it take a signature to build a structure? Does it? Do you charge for that, code inspectors? For every employee of the government that happens to be an oath of office as a condition of their employment, California, they had sworn that if they had knowledge that you violated the well, they'd have to support and defend the Constitution without mental reservation, without purpose of evasion, with no allegiance to any form of government that is not what that word again. It's not insurgency. Yes, not rebellion. Oh, treasonous. Insubordination. No. I know there's a law that you get 10 years for this. Now, you had to have another court hearing because you're the dogs and you're in control, and in your mind you can build whatever the fuck you want without any permit at all. Why don't you get me the permits, the actual signatures of those that applied for a permit to build something? Yes. And then GPS the location of each of those permits. I'd like to know, did it require a signature of an oath of office? Then give me the signatures of every employee in every building department of the United States of America. Now, as I understand it, somebody decided that they'd build super top secret chambers underneath cities for their dogs to live in. Now, for every time that you built anything in this nation without a permit, I'm going to sue you, Sheriff. Do you understand? I'm going to sue you for the dirt that you removed. I'm going to sue you for not having a permit. I'm going to sue you for any materials that you put in any location where you did not have any legal right to build a fucking thing. Now, I know you said there's an exception to every rule. Now, when I look through the actual employees of every city of the United States, I'm going to ask them, do you have any knowledge of any building that has taken place in the city of your employment underneath Manresa Castle? Did you think you had to